Are you ready to grind? It's Sports 56 Grind Time with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane. Now, here's Peter and Anthony.
Oh, yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody, welcome in, y'all.
Come on. It's on.
In
We
the
on.
family leisure
Get up that phone, cut us on.
Studio. Family leisure.
Feel like you're about to have a seizure.
In
Get
the
your
family
having
leisure.
amnesia. Let's go.
I'm gonna take your girl cause she please ya.
Okay, let's
Welcome in, everybody.
Turn her into a believer.
Oh, this is grind time, baby. Welcome in, everybody. Good afternoon. I know.
It's crazy
I know.
because when we sitting there face to face, we don't even think about this type of stuff.
No.
When we're on the same, like, when the music is like on this, like we're hearing the same thing face to face. But now that we're like, I'm here and you're there, then we get all inspired to get into the booth.
So this is the way it is. The way it is, man. It's weird. Inspiration is weird. You never know. You just have to accept the way that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, everybody. It is a brand new edition of Sports 56 Grind Time live from those Family Leisure Studios that we were referring to. My name is Peter Edmiston. He is Anthony Sane. And, boy, we've got a fun one for you today. Over the next 2 hours, our buddy John Gassaway is going to join us. You know, he's kind of moved to Wednesdays normally, but this week we're throwing it back to his old school approach of Thursdays. We'll talk to John in our next segment about the world of college basketball and maybe a little NBA too, because John does like to tap into the NBA. I want to ask him about some of the officiating things and some of the big picture items that we've seen in the league so far. Coming up in our second hour, Dustin Starr joins us. We talk a little wrestling with one of the guys, the icons of wrestling in this area, no doubt about it. The head of Championship Wrestling from Memphis, and of course you see Dustin more and more now that the things are back and popping in FedEx Forum, down at AutoZone Park, and all that stuff. Dustin is all over the place, so a very busy guy. We'll talk to Dustin about what's going on with him. And what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. We'll do that right at 2 o'clock. And obviously we've got a bunch to get to on the old hardwood and a ugly night last night for the Grizzlies and a potential for another one tonight. We shall see how it all plays out. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll talk a little college football. And a little NFL too. So all of that still to come in the next 2 hours, and maybe, just maybe, even just a dash, Darian, just a little sprinkle of World Series, just a little seasoning, just a little Emerald, just bam, just put a little bam, just gonna hit it with that World Series sauce. Not too much, just a little bit. Also, big shout out to the boys from Memphis 901 FC last night. They were victorious in a thriller. Against FC Tulsa, 3-2. Great match down at a soggy AutoZone Park. They clinch the third seed in the Central Division. They will go on and likely play Charlotte in the playoffs coming up next week for the USL Championship. First playoff appearance. A terrific job by Ben Pierman, the coach, the players. Really fun night last night. Obviously, there's a lot of rain and stuff, so it wasn't it wasn't the easiest night to get out there, but, man, it was a really entertaining match to watch. So shout out to them for the postseason appearance and to their continued success. Been very fun to watch. I know you've started to kind of fall in love with the 901 FC.
I'm really just trying to get a free shirt or something. I want a free jersey. Whoever can provide me.
Well, hey, let me tell you something. Those jerseys ain't cheap.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean ain't cheap. Like $90.
Yeah, I already know.
$100. I can't get a free one either, so.
Yeah.
I didn't get me nothing.
They fresh, though.
They are nice. They're nice. They look good. Feels good. That's what it's all about right there. All right. What did not look good, what did not feel good last night was the Memphis Grizzlies. If you want to comment on that, you can, because that's what we're going to talk about to start the program. On the AutoZone listener line, phone line's open, 360-82 55 901 360, and then an 82, and then a 55. That's how you get in touch with us. You can dial up there. You can also text us, same number, 901 360 8255. Join the text team, join the crew that has become part of the show and part of our family. And our family is, well, our family's upset because, boy, that was a. I said last night, I think I'm going to stick with this, Anthony, saying that the second half last night was the worst half of basketball that I've seen from the Memphis Grizzlies, maybe ever. I have to go back a long time.
Half?
The second half.
Oh, okay.
I have to go back a long time to think about a half that was just worse in terms of execution, play. I mean, the whole works, man. Everything. They were absolutely awful in that game, and particularly in the second half, where the whole thing just fell apart completely. They got outscored, and it doesn't even really reflect it. It was 65-39 in the second half. Mm-hmm. The final score was a 20-point Portland win, but that doesn't even really reflect how bad it was. At one point, they were getting outscored by 30. They had 4 points in the fourth quarter until basically they let all the scrubs finish things off. With all due respect to the Jarrett Culvers of the world, just was saying that I don't think it gets much worse. And so you can chalk this up to whatever. There's lots of discussions and lots of thoughts that we're going to have about the game. But I'll just start off by saying
Peter, I don't have anything to say
about it.
I don't have nothing to say.
Oh, okay.
I've already forgot the game happened.
I'm going to chalk this one up to 2 nights in L.A., partying. 2 nights in L.A., hearing your own, positive praise.
Yep.
Appearing on, ESPN, reading the clippings, talking about how great they are, how about phenomenal team, and Ja is this, and the team is that. And I'm going to chalk it up to that because that was absolutely
trash,
atrocious last night.
I guess it was you getting quiet for me to talk about it.
If you want, I mean, the talk show works better if you talk.
Yeah,
about
it does.
Just that's my thought on it. But if you want, maybe Darren can pop in possibly. I don't know
when we first started talking about the season and we talked about John Morant, I said something that no one wanted to agree with me about, and I said I get excited about seeing Ja do certain things, but I've seen these things before. Like I know what Ja's good games look like. Mm-hmm. I said the thing that bothers me is Ja has unacceptable low lows. Now I'm not a basketball player. I get paid to talk about what I see. I don't even get paid to make predictions, because if you listen to me for my predictions yesterday, those were wrong too. You didn't make any money. I'm paid to talk about the stuff that's in the past. So, but I'm not a basketball player. I can't do anything Ja can do on the court. But Ja's his low lows are the biggest head scratchers you've ever seen in the world. I want to say Ja had 3 points at half. You know what I mean?
No, he had 6, I believe, at that.
Scoreless first quarter, I believe. Like we will not be good unless Ja is great. And you know what I mean? When we put Ja in the air that we put him, when we put him on the pedestals we put him on, in the tiers that we put him on, like games like he had yesterday where he's just like ain't there. When you're playing against one of the better point guards in the league, a guy that you're often compared to, a guy who put you out of the play-in a couple years ago, this is when you really could have came in, like, cemented yourself, like, yeah, I'm here. Like, yeah, Dame, you're Dame, but Ja, I'm Ja. Like, I'm here. I might not be on the tier you're on, but I'm coming for it. You just lay the egg, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, we know the other guys didn't do much either. DeAnthony Melton went back to being whatever DeAnthony Melton was before, and Jaren was terrible. But it's like, bro, we expect we expect non-star players to be inconsistent. Like I'm not gonna call you a star player if you can't bring it every night. And I'm not saying your production has to be high every night, but you at least have to look like you're trying to bring it every night. And that's always been my only concern with Ja, is that his lows are too freaking low, man. Like you can't have lows that are that low, and it's always bothered me about him. Like that he takes these nights off like this. And it's several factors. these are kids on a road trip, and I expect they're probably going to lose bad tonight too, because they're probably ready to go home. Because this is what happens: you go on these long road trips. That last game is usually always a dud. Always a dud. So, I get it. You're in L.A. for 3 nights. What is it, 3 or 4 nights, whatever, having fun, doing what young people, what kids with money do, and you come out flat in a game that you really could have really made a statement to the league. You had Portland been struggling
National
all
TV
season.
game.
Yeah, national TV game. Portland's been struggling all year. Dame has been terrible all year. Dame woke up last night. It's like, man, like you really had an opportunity for a team that's usually always ahead of you in the standings. That's a team that you could have pushed.
Mm-hmm.
You could have, you could have buried them a little bit. You could have had them feeling. That could have been the game where it's like, all right, it's Dame. I had a narrative ready to talk about today. You remember we talked about this last year. I had my narrative ready. Is it time for Portland to take the getting Dame out of Portland decision out of his hand? Mm-hmm. Is it time for Portland to make their own decision? Okay, we're not getting any better. Let us get rid of Dame while we can. That was a discussion I was ready to talk about today, not us laying a freaking egg on national television. And we were fresh off of crying and complaining, what do we get more national television? Because this is what we do. I think that's all I got to say. And it's going to always frustrate me because, like, Jaren has to find ways to score other than shooting threes, period. Like, him having a good game can't be dependent on whether or not he's hitting 3-4 threes in the game. Like, if he's got 15, if he's got 20 points, 15 of those can't be shooting threes. He's got to find other ways to score, period. And then when he's not scoring, he gets frustrated and he starts fouling. Then he's not in the game, and it's just horrible. Like, Kyle Anderson, if Kyle Anderson is only good if he's starting, he's not a starter for this team. If he's only good when he's starting, trade him. Because if he can't be a good bench player for you, just get rid of him. And I know this is a lot to gather from one game, but, bro, it was maddening to watch the game last night. And I have a son, Gabe. He's 8 years old. And Gabe knows I don't get mad at him. But he hates when I'm disappointed in him. He said, Dad, you disappointed in me? And I said, yes, Gabe, I am. For that, what you did, I am disappointed in you. Today, I'm not mad about the Memphis Grizzlies. But damn it, I'm disappointed.
It's very disappointing. It was very disappointing. It was. I think that's a good way to put it. I think it's very disappointing. I think it is one of those where you just kind of go, boys, what happened? Let's talk about it. Did you want to do this? Did you want to make everybody mad? Are you happy with yourselves? Is that really what you wanted? D'Anthony Melton, did you want to score 0 points? 0 for 8. 0 for 5. 0 for everything. Is that what you wanted? Are you proud of yourself?
Like, John, you can't score 40. You can't score 40 in one game, looking like a man against the Lakers, and then you come out doing nothing in the first half of the next game.
Well, and then in the second half, he did just everything wrong, just throwing the ball all over the place. I mean, I don't. Turnovers are not that big of a deal as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't get all worked up about guys turnovers. If you're gonna have a player like Ja Morant, you're gonna have some turnovers. Like he's gonna turn the ball over sometimes. Not a big deal. But 9 and the nature of them last night, how careless they were, that's the problem. There was so much carelessness. It was so ridiculous to see. And then here's the other thing. And I mean I say this, and if I say it, it's true. The player in whom I'm most disappointed is Jaren Jackson.
Oh yeah, horrible.
I'm looking right. I want Jaren to look me right in the eye. I'm looking right in the camera today.
Okay, Shaq, what you got to say?
Jared, I think you got to get better. Jared, I think you're not very good right now.
You hear me? Look at me.
You hear me, Jared? No, look. I'm looking right here. Jared, I'm disappointed in you. I believed in you more than anybody. From the very beginning.
My son
believed in you. I believed in you. I put my reputation on. Do you know what that means? My reputation in this town, in this country, in this world, on you. And this is how you repay me. I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm hurt. I'm personally hurt. I believed in you. I still do. But I don't see that same fire that I thought I saw.
No, man.
I don't see that same Jaren that I thought I saw.
It's one game, but still, man.
I see a guy who doesn't believe in himself. I see a guy who's not believing that he can be the best player he can be. I'm seeing a player who doesn't believe that he's going to turn into one of those best players in the league. I see a guy who's unsure of himself. That ain't going to get it done. Maybe I see a guy who's fat and happy because he's got his paycheck.
That money.
I don't know.
Come here with your brown
I
hair.
hope not.
You got your brown
I
hair.
hope not. I hope not. Because there's an awful lot still left to prove.
Mm-hmm.
And I still believe. And maybe I'm crazy.
For sure.
And I still believe. But these first few games of the season, I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned.
Let me rant into the break, Peter. Give me some music there. Just let me rant into the break, man. I got one last rant in me because this is stuff that was bothering me. I got.
Right, we are going to take a break. We're going to take a break. So he's going to rant into the break. After the break, we're going to have John Gasaway. So just rant into the break, and Darian, just take it to break whenever you feel like.
This is my problem. I didn't watch Yusuf Nurkic look too good against us over the years. I'm sitting there knowing, okay, yeah, we got Steven Adams. Now he going, Steven Adams, you were trash last night. You let Yusuf Nurkic just go off on you. Then Anthony Simons, the sorriest good dude in the NBA, the best sorry dude in the NBA, just looking like Ray Allen or somebody out there. What are we doing? No more parties in L.A., man. Bring y'all tail home.
No more play in L.A. My Grizzlies, what do you say? There's no more play in L.A.
Sick of it, man. Like, that was a game where you could have, looked like that team, bro. You came in there and laid an egg. You brought Portland back to like they were dead. Damian Lillard had 2 threes before last night. He had 5 last night. I'm done, man. Hey, you know what my team is now? Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's go. Anthony, can't think of the boy name.
Same.
Anthony Edwards. Let's go.
Oh.
That's my guy. Let's go.
Anthony Same
I'm done.
Jr.
It's a fraud.
Your new son.
Little Anthony.
Little Anthony. All right. Little Anthony and the Imperials. All right, let's take a break. John Gasaway on the other side.
Can't wait.
Stick around.
All the same shenanigans. For all you looking for something to make you smile, think, and laugh, look no further. We're drinking from 11 to 1 Monday through Friday. Same style, same great guests, just kicking off the day a little early. Enjoy your happy hour 11 to 1 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Step up your wings game at East Coast Wings and Grill. With 60 wing flavors and 7 heat indexes, do you have what it takes to turn the heat on your wings up to insanity? East Coast Wings and Grill is family friendly with a large variety menu to satisfy the whole bunch. Sign up today for their loyalty program and taste the rewards. For every $1 you spend, you collect a point. Earn 100 points and receive a $5 reward. Next to Lowe's off Highway 64 in Bartlett, come try America's best wings at East Coast Wings and Grill.
Acura of Memphis invites you to experience the all-new, completely redesigned 2022 Acura MDX. It's the most advanced SUV Acura has ever built. Experience the convenience of full connectivity, including built-in Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless charging, from the stunning interior complete with third-row seating. Stop by our state-of-the-art facility and take advantage of our aggressive APR offers today at Ridgeway and 385. Or shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? If your lights seem dim, it's probably time to change them. We can help you do the job right. If you do decide to change your lights, we've got reliable replacement lights waiting for you. We've even got headlight restoration kits that can have your existing lights shining brighter. You can get whatever you need fast with our next day delivery or free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
It's time to get peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and Gossett's got the goods to put you on the road today. 2021 Kia Forte, 41 mpg highway, $249 a month. 2021 Kia Rio S hatchback, 41 mpg ready to road trip at $258 a month. Get turbo power with 2022 Kia Soul, $267 a month. And they're not leases, you own them. Forte $249, Rio $258, Soul $267. You want it? We got it at Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 2.9%, $29.99 down payment. Forte, ME 409,215, MSRP 19,335. Rio, ME 427,894, MSRP 19,755. Soul, N 7808,276, MSRP 20,615. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/21. Dealer stock only.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Oh, yeah. Darian's going for a little scary theme. Scary wrestlers.
Who is this?
Vader.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was scary.
Okay, then.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Darren, I
Now-
admire your creativity, bro. You be going in. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. He
Gracias,
puts,
people.
he puts it all out there. He puts it all out there, everybody. That's what it's all about, our friend Darian. Just like our man John Gasway, who joins us now. Not scary at all, I don't think. Happy Halloween to John Gasway and the Gasaway clan. John, will we be dressing up as John Wooden this year? What's the plan?
No, I thought I'd go with Chris Beard, and then all the little neighborhood kids will transfer to me, and I'll be the most popular guy in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Oh, you're handing out NIL deals to these youngsters out there.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. They'd say, you go, trick or treat. Here, would you like to endorse my products or services? There you go. A bunch of little youngsters running around with your book, celebrating and trying to promote
that
the miracles in the hardwood.
Yeah. Just random youth on the streets carrying my book. Yeah.
Please sign this,
You'll
Mr.
love to see it,
Gasaway. It's fantastic. John Gasaway joining us. We love talking hoops with John Gasaway. Before we talk college hoops, I did want to ask you, because I know you're obviously a hoops junkie from way back, so you're paying attention to what's going on in the NBA. I think it's interesting that overall, scoring around the league has been down. The offensive efficiency numbers are down. In some cases, pretty starkly. A lot of it having to do with lack of free throws. The officiating seems to be very targeted towards avoiding some of the intentional hunting of fouls that we've seen from players, and it has had a pretty deleterious effect on guys like James Harden in particular. Chris Paul last night was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Steph Curry, a few of these guys. To my eyes, at least, John, and my eyes are not as trained as yours, I'm enjoying the overall basketball more, even if the efficiency's been down. Is that do you kind of get that sense?
Yeah, the last refuge of a basketball scoring scoundrel is to increase the number of free throws, and talk about slicing your nose to spite your face. I mean, yeah, free throws. Wow, I've never gotten to be harsh to analytic people before, but to the spreadsheet crowd, free throws they'll boost your offensive efficiency, but to those of us in the stands, free throws are really boring, and they always have been. And I've sometimes I muse about eliminating them entirely. How can we penalize fouling without having to watch guys shoot from 15 feet? So the good news is that all initiatives like this, they fade out after the early season. That's not to say things don't change. They do. They change dramatically over seasons. The NBA, the last 15 years, is eloquent testimony to that. But when there's a new officiating initiative, it drops like a ton of bricks, college or pro, doesn't matter, at the start of the season. And then you see things kind of the water reaches its own level. So if people are pleased aesthetically, even though, there's fewer points scored for each trip down the court, I think that's what the NBA is in the business of doing. It's like the old debate from 10, 15 years ago about And I hope there's no old-time Spurs fans on the line here. But yeah, the Spurs, they're great. They're the most efficient team. Yeah, but they're boring.
Yep.
The NBA is in the business of entertaining people. So let's see if we can focus on that. The two are not necessarily identical quantities.
No, I think that's that's a great point, because I think the idea of folks working in the analytic field, at least, and I think there's been some, I don't know, confusion's the right word, but I mean there's certainly folks out there for whom the entire point of it is just to increase efficiency at all costs. Doesn't matter what. This is what I'm going to do. What will we do to increase efficiency? What will we do to do, if that means you shoot, 70 free throws a game, so be it, whatever it may be. But that is not always in lockstep with, as you put it, entertainment. And, I think, if this starts, the thing I worry about a little bit, John, is just the consistency over the course of the season. But at least if you're laying down the marker early on and you can get some player behavior to change, then right. I think it's gonna only be kind of a virtuous cycle going forward if it all plays out right.
And to be clear, I mean, everybody is their own fan. Everybody brings their own loves and grievances to the table. Certainly, my grievances in the past very much have included 3-point coddled stars. Kicking their leg out and, tumbling to the floor. My grievances have very much included, guys doing the "I've been fouled!" head snap, at the slightest bit of contact. Mm-hmm. I'm good with cracking down on foul hunting like that, but the bottom line at the end of the day is entertainment, and that's the great thing about basketball. That's why Naismith was a genius, he invented this, and it was instantly popular worldwide. But here we are 130 years later, and we're still tweaking, and it is getting better. I mean, who invents a platform like that? So hats off, Doctor.
John, I'm kind of intrigued by the Scottie Pippen Jr. situation. I saw the tweet you put out how he goes by Scottie Jr., but he doesn't spell his name the same way as his dad. But I'm intrigued by this story. Being in a city where we have Ja Morant, who was an unranked player who emerged in his second year at Murray State. Scottie Pippen Jr. is one of those guys that was ranked in the 200s in high school, and now he's emerged as one of the better players in the SEC. What do you think has led to him overperforming from the player he was when he was recruited?
He's the preseason SEC Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. I'm in the weird, I was all alone on the bandwagon with my pitiful little, noisemaker, and then all of a sudden everybody climbed on it. I'm like, wait a minute, where are you guys coming from? He's been amazingly impressive for a team that, last year had zero defense and almost literally lost every close game it played. So, they're 3-13 in the SEC. It's tough to whip up a big crowd talking about the best player on the 3-13 team. Speaking from experience as a guy who talks to editors at a national content provider, I get that. That's fine. But now he's the SEC preseason Player of the Year, and we'll see if he can deliver on that. What I do know is Vanderbilt, as woeful as they were with their record, their offense was exactly to the level of the SEC average, so they were fine on that side of the ball. And he had the heaviest workload basically in the country. He wasn't number one, but he's in the top 5. Certainly heaviest heaviest, along with Trevion Williams of Purdue, among major conference types. And he was effective on a team that wasn't doing well. So, what could this guy do if, as I'm sure he dreams of at night, if he was kidnapped tonight and put on a team like Gonzaga with the tools they have and the fully operational weapon system there. We don't know, but he's awfully interesting to watch, and these cases do arise from time to time when players are ranked, quote unquote, down as recruits. My gosh, people were talking about Hunter Dickinson like he was a revelation last year, and he was ranked, quote unquote, down in the 30s or the 40s. So This can happen from time to time, and the story with the different spellings, if anybody's really interested, Scottie Pippen, the Bulls legend, on his birth certificate, he does spell Scottie with a Y. And somebody said, well, why do you spell it with IE? And he said, because I get to change it. So strictly speaking, his son really is Scottie with a Y, Pippen Jr. So that's confusing, but it's the truth.
And he could well change it if he decides. That
Exactly,
he wants to, just like his dad.
I would spell it, I would spell it like, DARP. Say no, but it's pronounced Scotty.
SKOTYE. Well, the question that we've talked a lot about, John, the role of college basketball, men's college basketball in particular, in all of this, movement and realignment and conference movement and everything else. And it seems as though basketball, in general, gets kind of short shrift, in spite of the fact that it takes up a big chunk of real estate. Maybe not financially for every school, but for many schools it certainly does, and it takes attention. Obviously, around here, it's a huge amount of attention is paid to men's college basketball. After the set of alignment and realignment the first round seems to be in the books, perhaps more to come. What does it mean for men's college basketball as a whole?
Did we lose him?
John? Did we lose
he fell
John,
into the
Gary?
abyss.
I'm here, Chief.
John, okay?
Try to get John back
lost
on.
John Gassaway. We're
trying to get John back on.
Darian was not sure what happened there. John Gassaway, I think the question really must have
just puzzled him. He might have refused to answer. He just
decided to. He said, "I'm just not going to answer the question
anymore."
He said, "I'm not going to respond."
How dare they ask me this rubbish
nonsense? This is not the kind of thing I like to talk about on these airwaves. Ridiculous out here.
We didn't even hear a click, man.
No, I didn't hear nothing. Just nothing there. John Gassaway has been joining us, and perhaps will at the end. Who knows? From ESPN Plus.
Hello,
John Gassaway
hello,
rejoins
hello.
us now. There we go. I don't know. We lost you. We lost you, John. I don't know if you heard
If the question
my
was
question.
bad,
If you were
John,
so
I mean,
upset
you know,
about my
come on
question that you just hung up and you're just like, "This is ridiculous. I'm not going to deal with this nonsense anymore."
Peter, I was
and you
so
just hung up.
upset. My agent told me I've got to change my image. I'm too avuncular, too easygoing. So that was I was going for kind of a temper tantrum, trying to
Oh, okay. All right.
trying to get some buzz on
it.
social media. Oh, Gassaway walked out of an interview. So that's what that was.
You should have found a way. I know with a cell phone it's a little hard, John, but you should have found a way to make it more dramatic, like an old school hang-up phone. So
yeah.
you should have did something.
Click,
You still did it with your voice. Just click.
Yeah.
Because of
Just
that
did it with your
highly
mouth.
controversial gotcha question that Peter threw at me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst.
No,
I do it all the
I
time.
believe
That's what I'm. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
believe we were discussing football-driven conference realignment, were we not? Yeah.
Correct,
Yes.
we
No.
were. And I was
Yeah,
saying,
great.
from your perspective as a men's basketball covering individual, and the fact that it gets kind of short shrift in the discussion, with the smoke having cleared on this round of realignment and getting all the way down to like the Sun Belt, adding Southern Miss, and it looks like Conference USA is in some trouble. What are your takeaways from the realignment as it pertains to college basketball?
I feel like, famous last words, purely in terms of conference realignment, we've seen the worst that it can get. I think the implosion of the old Big East in 2013 over football, the split up of it into basically programs that play the highest level of football and those that don't. That's the worst that can be doled out. That was a rather storied conference. It had won some national titles. It really was about football. It happened, and we have moved on, and we still love college basketball, and we still follow it closely. So I get that it annoys people. Oh, it's all about football. It is all about football, but the conferences that result can very often be really good basketball conferences. The only thing to watch here is if anybody starts to take what Bob Huggins said the other day a little too seriously and says, hey, let's just have a postseason tournament just for the major conferences, that would be an absolute disaster. That would be the worst thing that could possibly happen for any number of obvious reasons, starting with the fact that Oral Roberts blew, Ohio State and Florida away. I mean, how many more times do we need to see that, Loyola Chicago just suffocates a number 1 seed, and you're talking about removing all of that from the table. Hey, that's great. Great idea. So with that said, as long as that doesn't happen, this or that move can be less well advised than the other, but basically I'm pretty chill about the whole thing.
John, what are your thoughts on what Penny Hardaway's doing this year with the team? I know a lot of guys who were outside of Memphis, they're still kind of wait and see on this team. What are your thoughts on what he has on the court coming into the season?
I'm in for 2 reasons. One, the blend. This is not the first time we've seen Penny create or recruit like a mad scientist genius and just bring in talent. This is the first time when he's got some veterans to surround the sensational freshman with. I love that. I've loved that historically with any team up to and including Memphis this year. And then 2, I feel like, we'll see, knock on wood, but on paper, it looks like there's blue sky in the American this year. Cincinnati, venerable program, kind of figuring things out after a bit of an implosion there. Houston will still be very good, is still an amazing long-term story in terms of what Kelvin Sampson has done, but definitely lost some pieces with Grimes and Giroux gone from last year's Final Four team. I think the league is there for the taking, and we know that Memphis can defend like crazy, and I picked them to win the league. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm on the record at ESPN.com as the Tigers being number 1 and making you look good, Penny. I'm all in.
What is your opinion and what is your record on the SEC this year?
Funny you should ask, because we were just asked about that at the website, and we got to opine about it. It was a good question. My editor asked good questions. He was like, "What do you think the likelihood is of Kentucky getting a 1 seed and making the Final Four?" And I said, I would never be surprised if Kentucky made the Final Four. Calipari's record in the NCAA tournament since he got to Lexington is incredible in terms of, relative to the seeds that he's been given. He's won 11 extra games, and you would predict just based on seeds. But to get to your question, as far as SEC-wide, I don't see the SEC producing a number 1 seed this year, and that's no great slam. Goodness knows. There's only 4 of those. And Gonzaga is going to get 1. I'm pretty confident, so there's only 3 left. So that, that's not doom and gloom by any means, but this is, it's an interesting case where statistically, and I looked at it to answer these SEC questions, this is a young league in an old year. Everybody's got 50-year seniors. St. Bonaventure, their average age, I think, is 112. I mean, it's incredible. And the SEC has like a really unusually low share of the returning, what I call possession minutes coming back league-wide. So speaking of blue sky, that's another league open for the taking. We had several different picks as far as who's going to win this thing. And personally, I liked Alabama because they were the best last year, and they lost some pieces, but everybody did, and they were the best by a pretty decent margin last year. And if they make free throws late game against UCLA, everybody's talking about them like, oh, of course, Alabama went to the Elite Eight at the least, maybe in the Final Four. So I got the Tide. That's kind of weird historically speaking, but we'll see how it goes for me.
John, you
Well, and I think Nate Oates is obviously sat at the Nick Saban School of Coaching and is learning learning how to take care of business, and is doing a phenomenal job. I think been a classic example of a guy that's just immediately hit the ground running at a new spot.
Running at a fast pace. I call him Quicker Oats, in fact.
Man, that is as good as it gets, folks. There's nothing there. You can't. We should. That's where you should hang up right there. To be honest with you, there's nothing. It does not give anybody.
Fozzie Bear is my hero. What can I say? All right.
as a father of two, I just appreciate that so much. That's the dad joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man.
Badoom. You got one more thing?
Yeah, real quick. John, we like to
I don't even know if you follow it, to be honest with you.
To be honest with you. After that, I don't know if I got it in me. But we'd like to have you on because I personally like to have you on because you know a lot about prospects. You have a good eye for these guys. I remember we talked to you about certain guys last year, and you pretty much were right. A lot of the guys that you talked about last year that emerged as the season went on, you pretty much were right as far as who would be NBA prospects. What players are you seeing now early in the season that you could see being an NBA prospect that may or may not have been there going into the season?
Oh, no, they were definitely here going into the season. Mm-hmm. But as far as freshmen this year, Chet Holmgren, if it's possible to help your stock, even though you're already kind of, mock drafts are great. So nobody's ever truly a consensus number one pick across the board, except for Zion, whatever year that was. But Holmgren, he with the 7'6" wingspan, he goes to the FIBA U19s, in Latvia. He blocks like 3 shots a game, even though he's only playing 20 minutes a game. He makes threes. He was like 7 of 13 or something. He's 7'1", so yeah, the NBA is kind of interested in that guy. It'll be fun to watch what he can get done alongside next to Drew Timme, and not least with a masterful, I think, point guard in Andrew Nembhard at Gonzaga.
Well, and I can't wait to see how it all shakes out. He is John Gassaway. He will be appearing at the Chuckle Hut later on this week if you want to go check out his work.
Oh, man.
In addition to, he is our buddy. John, that was great.
Now, Peter. I'm hanging up.
Yeah,
Oh, no. The bad boy of analytics, John Gassaway. All right, John. Thank you, John. We appreciate it. He's at John Gassaway.
All right, man. Have a good one. Too funny, man. That's it. Quicker ESPN Plus. That was so corny, man. It was great.
I know. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm also laughing because a texter said that your hair looks blue on the screen. You look like a blue hair.
It does.
In your video.
It does.
Oh, man.
It's the lighting in this Family Leisure.
The Family Leisure studio, yeah.
It's very well. I'm in the Family Leisure itself. I'm sitting here on this pool table.
Yeah, exactly. Just sitting
it's kind of. We got some
on the security camera. It looks like you were getting recorded by the security camera overhead.
I don't know what's going on with that. That's true. It's interesting.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, it looks. It's mostly just grayish, to be honest with you.
I don't know why they Quicker Oats took me in so much, but it did. He had no in the chamber, man. Like he was waiting for a Nate Oats question. He's probably using it on his radio circuit, this radio tour he's been on.
Yeah. Did not expect it, but I loved it nonetheless. All right, we'll come back and we'll wrap up hour number 1. We got hour number 2, Dustin Starr. More coming your way. Stick around.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at TriumphAutoSales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Hey, 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 Mid-South! It's time to get your Mitsu on at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike. Want great mileage at a great price? How about 43 MPG in your new 2021 Mitsubishi Mirage, $179 per month. Get more standard equipment than Ford Escape or Mazda CX-5 in your 2022 Eclipse Cross, $279 per month. Need My Pilot Assist? We Gossett in new 2022 Outlander at $319 a month. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So hurry to Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Mirage Eclipse, 84 months at 3.9% APR. Mirage MH010713, MSRP 17055, 3100 down. Eclipse NZ09209, MSRP 26470, 5150 down. Outlander NZ023516, MSRP 29445, 84 months at 4.9, 4500 down. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/21. Dealer stock only.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code TRIP for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code TRIP for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRIP.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane.
Peter, you might be about to be mad at me too, bro.
Doink the Clown, ladies and gentlemen.
You're
incredible. Yeah, I feel it.
No, for real though. You might be about to get mad at me. Because the Grizzlies sent these today. The Grizzlies sent us these. The Grizz mask or whatever.
Yeah.
You might not get yours. Okay. Just be real.
Why not?
It's an in-studio edition. You might just miss this one, man. So I'm giving Gabe mine, but I want mine too. So I might just take yours.
No, that's not cool.
I'm basically asking you, bro.
Oh. Won't you ask me on the air?
Yeah. Are you really going to deny my child for having one of these people?
On the air, no, of course not. Furiously text you.
Nah, you put my mask down right now.
You put my mask down right now. Get it off.
I'm gonna go get Eli. Is Eli a mask guy?
Yeah, I think Eli wears a mask. When
Let me
he's
tell you
supposed
who
to.
on the station.
My understanding.
Who on the station is anti-mask? I got Gabe Coon.
I don't think anyone.
Gabe ain't no mask guy. He don't need that big burly young guy.
John Harden probably not.
He's an anti-masker probably. Huh? Yeah.
Hey Peter, by the way, that was Evil Doink. Evil Doink.
Well, yeah, I mean, I consider Doink the Clown only
evil,
frankly.
Anyway, yeah.
It's,
Evil Doink.
Yeah, I don't think about regular Doink. I'm not worried about that. Evil Doink is the only Doink that I'm concerned about at this point. Welcome back as we wrap up hour number 1. Our thanks again to comedian John Gasaway for joining us on the on the program. Oh, that was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. So, what he was talking about in his discussion about the hoop game, I do think I've enjoyed it a lot to see, the likes of James Harden. If you saw the highlights again last night, man, it is not happening. It is not happening for him and for a lot of these guys. They are trying their best to draw these fouls, and they are not. It's not happening, and it's really been. It's been a joy to watch.
Yeah, regular basketball is better.
You're actually seeing regular basketball, like Harden jumping in front of somebody and then like slowing down and stopping. Patrick Beverley had that happen to him yesterday, where he just slowed down and tried to draw a foul, and it was an offensive foul. Phenomenal. If guys are going to actually start playing basketball, then that's beautiful. That's the best thing we can see. I hope these guys continue to call it like this because it's great, and the reaction I think from most everyone, apart from those guys individually, has been positive.
Yeah, for sure. I'm enjoying it. I just think it's something else going on. We talked about this yesterday, but Harden, I just think it's something else going on because Harden is a hooper at the end of the day, man. Like it's just like he just seems like he's. I just liked it better when he was just dribble, pull up or step back. Like he's not that guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem like he's flowing well. It seems like he's worried about deferring to KD too much, which he should because you got KD on your team. But I don't know. I don't know what that Nets team needs. I still got them coming out of the East possibly, but the Bucks do look super good. I don't know. Just something ain't right.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know if it's a lack of fitness. I mean, he says that he hasn't played, quote unquote, played basketball. He's been more, just kind of getting his body ready, and so as a result, he hasn't been as locked in on that stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. Quite honestly, I think that might be a little exaggerated or a little played up. I mean, I don't think he's like a 14-point-a-game guy.
Yeah.
But by the same token, the longer this goes, the more it looks like he was buoyed by the lack of points and those free throws, and taking that away has changed his confidence level at the very least, in the kind of way that he's playing. Like you just watch him; he doesn't finish plays. He's expecting to be. There was a play last night where he just threw the ball out of bounds because he was expecting to get a foul call, and he didn't get the foul call, and he just kind of threw the ball away. Like he's not there. So yeah, man, I don't know. To me, it's it's definitely something to keep an eye on going forward. The same thing is true with. Like the Celtics, for example, are really struggling to start this year.
Terrible.
They look awful. And Jason Tatum has not. And I really think, the effects of COVID. If you look at COVID and when he got it and his return since then, he has not been the same player, particularly defensively. He was on pace to be an all defensive level type guy, and he's been terrible. And I don't know if it's because he just doesn't have the energy level that he had or what, but he's not been the same guy defensively since his return from COVID.
Might just be playing for a sorry team. But if he wants to come to Memphis, we got Champions Pharmacy here. We can get him hooked up. They got something for, to open those lungs back up. We got him.
I hope so.
Let's get that package together. Dylan, Jaren, whatever they want.
Jaren, oh boy.
When I started talking about getting Jaren, I'm
disgusted.
disgusted. You know what? If we talking about post-COVID Tatum, we probably can, negotiate a little. Probably can get him for a little cheap.
I don't know, man. It's disappointing.
I'm just disgusted today.
It is. It's disgusting. It is disgusting.
Grizzlies just got me. Just trade all of them. Trade y'all too. Go get me Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't care.
Trade all. That's it. Everybody's out. Everybody's out. We out.
Go get De'Aaron Fox. I'm not going to screw around with these dudes no more, man. I'm done.
Hour number 2 on the way. We'll talk to Dustin Starr when we return. Stick around.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
I don't know about you, but as soon as I feel a hint of crisp, cool fall weather, I think of Sunrise on Jefferson. There's simply nothing other than the comfort food of Sunrise that makes you feel like autumn is really here. The signature square biscuits, the house-made gravy, the made-to-order fresh eggs and breakfast meats, or a lunchtime burger. They're all things to say relax, take it easy, you're in good hands. Swing by Sunrise for breakfast or lunch, and the rest of your day you'll feel warm, full, and happy. All because of fast, fresh food made with care.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Binswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 145 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Binswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Binswanger Glass in Midtown at 340 South Hollywood across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit binswingerglass.com. Binswanger Glass.
AC trouble? Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60. And this year, Air Doctors is the official HVAC contractor for St. Jude Dream House. Air Doctors installed the St. Jude Dream House new Train high-efficiency equipment. Get your service from the best. AirDoctorsOfMemphis.com. Call 901-598-HVAC.
The bridge is open. Now it's really easy to take the 15-minute drive to Cypress View Golf and Recreation and enjoy the spectacular upgrades made to the clubhouse and golf course. The fairways are looking great and the greens are better than ever. No traffic, no excuses. If you're tired of paying greens and cart fees, Cypress View has a membership that includes unlimited golf, cart, range balls, and more. A family membership is just $199 per month plus tax. Members also have access to the Olympic-sized pool, fitness center, and tennis courts. The golf shop is stocked with FootJoy apparel, Titleist bags, and equipment. A huge selection of Puka headwear and more. Cypress View Grill has a wide selection of choices from burgers to brats, Phillies to quesadillas, flatbreads to oven-fired pizzas. You're covered from golf to goods to grub. And now Cypress View has a beer license, so grab a cold one in the grill. See why Cypress View Golf and Recreation is one of the fastest growing clubs in the Mid-South. Call 870-739-6305 or visit online cypressviewgolf.com.
I got him on the line, Jeff Allen, the king of happy at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Hey folks, need a new ride that gets 41 MPG? 2021 Kia Forte, $249 a month. 2021 Kia Rio S hatchback, 41 MPG, only $258 a month. Plus a 2022 turbocharged Kia Soul, ready for that road trip at $267 a month.
Plus, you'll always get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program. Remember, Forte $249, Rio $258, Soul $267. And don't sell your trade till you check with us.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All 72 months at 2.9%, $29.99 down payment. Forte, NE 409-215, MSRP 19,335. Rio, ME 427,894, MSRP 19,755. Sold in 7808-276, MSRP 20,615. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/21. Dealer stock only.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
My mystery partner, The Undertaker. The Undertaker, the mystery partner, is now revealed. I never heard of him. Take holy cow.
Who had a better laugh than the $1 Million Man
Nobody.
Ted DiBiase?
Nobody. I wonder how manufactured was it. How close is it to his real laugh?
No, it's his real laugh. It's pretty much his real laugh. If you've heard him, he has one of those. Don't look into his finances, though. It's some tough situations there, I can tell you that. He and Brett Favre got a similar sort of stuff happening with their finances, and some ugly stuff. Don't look too deep. It's the $1 Million Man and his son in particular. Living a little too close to that gimmick, if you know what I mean.
Look into it.
Hour
Hour
number 2, yeah. Yeah, you gotta look into it. I don't know. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Hour number 2 is here in beautiful Memphis, Tennessee, live in the Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, the weather's not that beautiful. It's kind of sort of overcast and kind of cloudy and that sort of thing, and a little rainy in certain areas, and that's fine. Because we're going to perk up your day here in hour number 2 with our good friend Dustin Starr, who joins us to talk a little bit about the world of professional wrestling. Good afternoon, Dustin Starr!
Oh, yeah! What's going on, guys?
Got it, brother. What's going on?
Woo!
Man, I am just riding on the interstate in this rain. It is like just so crazy how it's like a light sprinkle, but it's just nasty. But it's an awesome day.
It is a nasty kind of day.
Big weekend coming up, man. So we got our Halloween Spooktacular for Memphis Wrestling on Saturdays. Man, there's some stuff that's going to go down on that show that's never happened ever before. And then, of course, the Halloween basketball game with the Grizzlies. Can't wait to see what my costume's going to be. And then Reese the Beast, it's his first Halloween coming up, man. So there's a lot of really cool stuff coming up this weekend.
Dustin, why do you think wrestling lends to Halloween stuff so well? Like, all through my life, I just remember so many times where, whether it's local shows or Halloween Havoc, whether it's local big shows, whatever, it seems like wrestling and Halloween holidays seem to go together so well.
It's got to be the gimmicks, right?
Yeah.
Like the face paint, like the old Road Warriors, Demolition, those guys all remind you of Halloween. And here in Memphis, of course, we took advantage of that with our costume match, and then we have the Hardcore Halloween, and of course Boogie Man being on the show. That's coming up not this Saturday but next Saturday, and Crazy Steve as well. We actually talked about that on the Grind City Wrestling podcast, that there's just so many different scary types of Halloween characters out there. Abaddon is one of my favorite ones on AEW, and of course Sue Young, who used to wrestle here in Memphis Wrestling. They're kind of like the living dead girls of pro wrestling, but yeah, man, it kind of goes hand in hand. In Memphis, I know you guys remember Freddy Krueger wrestling and Big Frank and Leatherface all had matches and stuff. Prominent matches, too, against the King. It's always been big. The King! Yeah. You mean Derek the King, right?
Derek the King! That's of course that's who I'm talking about, without a doubt. I think I still enjoy Cowabunga, the wrestling turtle. Cowabunga with a K.
Do you remember the Macho Warrior Rick Hogan?
Macho Warrior Rick Hogan? Yes, the Macho Warrior Rick Hogan. Yes, that's amazing.
I am not joking. USWA, back Memphis Wrestling, USWA. I guess they were really trying to find something, so they had the Macho Warrior Rick Hogan.
Yeah. I mean, it was absolutely stupid. And I would love to at some point. Sometime we have to just sit down and talk about the worst gimmicks in wrestling, because there's so many that just immediately spring to mind from, especially locally, just amazing.
I bet you we could find out who created those gimmicks. I mean, most of them were created by Lawler back, he was booking and all that, him and Jerry Jarrett or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I just wonder who came up with the Macho Warrior Rick Hogan. Who would admit to that?
And he went on to do it in WCW too, so.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you've always had some rip-off gimmicks from the day. I mean, I remember the Renegade in WCW. That was the Ultimate Warrior rip-off. Then the Warrior, as he had to kind of change his name back to that. You have guys that have towed that line a little close sometimes when it comes to. I just think that we've seen between that the Christmas Creature, which was absurd on every level. I mean, the Ding Dongs. One of the greatest gimmicks. One of the greatest gimmicks of all time with the Ding Dongs, because they wanted to have them. I think this was Jim Hurd that wanted him to have. They wanted them to be hunchbacks, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame ringing the bell, the Ding Dongs. And their gimmick would be that you could not pin them because they had a hunch the back, so you couldn't actually get their shoulders on the mat to pin them. And then Jim Ross, I believe, was like, "Hey, what about submitting them, dummy?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I guess you could submit them." and that sort of killed the gimmick at that point.
There's
the
been
Ding
some
Dongs,
good ones.
fantastic.
There's some good ones in pro wrestling, and I think Halloween goes hand in hand with it. So Maria and myself, we always, dress up as Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth, or we had the Rock and Roll Express one year. We did a video and sent it to Ricky and Robert, and they absolutely loved it. And then this year, having the 1-year-old or almost 1-year-old, I think it's going to be, is it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? So I'll be the prince, Maria will be Snow White, and then Reese the Beast is going to be a dwarf. So we went from wrestling to Disney. So give me a couple more years, guys, and we'll be back. We'll be like the Shield in a couple of years or something.
Oh my God, it is absolutely the best. Plus, you guys have got some good stuff coming up soon here with Peter Avalon coming in a week from Sunday, and Anthony Idol as well. Great stuff for the tapings next Sunday. So if everybody wants to jump in, I think I suspect that'll be a heck of a card.
Yes, absolutely. So that's really cool. AEW star Peter Avalon's coming. If you don't know the Neon Phenomenon, Anthony Idol, he's going to fit right in with the classic old school, not the bad gimmicks, but the classic old school good Memphis wrestling stuff. You guys will really like him. And then also tomorrow is a big day for us. It's Halloween weekend. We're going to put all the tickets on sale for the remainder of 2021. So on the 28th of November, and this is the first time I'm actually speaking about this publicly, is we have our holiday special featuring Swoggle Claw. So Hornswoggle's coming back for holiday pictures. He's coming to the Wrestle Center. Tickets will be on sale tomorrow at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. And then we're making an announcement right here, right now, on December the 10th. That's a Friday night. We're going to have the first ever Memphis Wrestling Awards Banquet. And that's going to happen at the Wrestle Center. Wow. You'll have the opportunity not only to watch the awards banquet, but there are table seating with your favorite wrestler. And these seats are all limited because each table only has 8 seats. So if you want to sit with Gun Show Bret Michaels, you got to get on it tomorrow, like super fast. So those tickets will be at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. It's going to be a Q&A at the end of the awards banquet with the winners. And you can ask them anything. So many of these YouTube videos and these podcasts, they're all shooting, telling true stories about what happened. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the guys and gals that are going to be there, you can ask them the questions and they can tell you from their perspective, how this thing came about or how they won the title or whatever the case may be. But it's just a big fan fest kind of thing that we're going to do on December the 10th. And then on the 19th, we're going to go ahead and announce that our Grind City Rumble will take place. And so all of those tickets will go on sale tomorrow at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. So we're closing out the year very, very strong. And we have some more special guests that we're not going to announce until we get a little bit closer. So lots of good stuff coming up in Memphis Wrestling.
Justin, what's going on with the Charlotte Flair situation with her and Becky Lynch? And also saw a story about her and Sonya Deville might have got into it backstage. What's going on with the ladies of the WWE and Timbers boiling over behind the scenes?
Yeah, there was something that went on SmackDown
when they exchanged the belts.
Yeah, and first of all, come on, guys. What is a title exchange? Shouldn't your champions be anchored? Yeah. Why are your champions being drafted to another show so they have to hand each other's titles over? First of all, that's kind of weird. Second, though, is it's got us talking. I would not be surprised if this was just a big work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Because, yeah, if they say, well, this was supposed to happen, but Charlotte dropped the title, being disrespectful. Says who? Who saw the script?
Right.
Did Dave Meltzer or somebody actually read the script and then sees that it got ixnayed or whatever? I never believe any of this stuff where somebody has to be escorted out of the building afterwards and all that. I never believe any of that. I think the Internet's picked it up, the dirt sheets have picked it up, and it's really good for WWE because in a time where AEW is red hot, the women's division in the WWE is making headlines with Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, Bianca. I mean, it's actually a really good thing if you ask me. And Charlotte being the heel on television makes the people believe even more so that she really is a nasty lady. She's not nice. I think it just builds the stories. I'm calling it work. That's what I'm calling.
Well, and I mean, that's I think that's almost always the thing to call. I mean, to be honest with you, that's what I'm asking you. So if you've been involved in the business for as long as you have been, how long have you been in the business in one form or another?
Over 20 years.
Okay.
Right,
so over 20 years, countless shows, countless events, countless things that have gone on, right? How many times in those shows have you seen true, honest-to-goodness shoots? Something that was not intended to be the case, and it got through for whatever reason, whatever happened. Somebody got upset, somebody freelanced, did their thing. How often, for real, does it happen?
It probably, I mean, for me personally, I haven't seen it happen that often. I've seen a couple of locker room fights and that kind of stuff. But over the course of a 20, 25-year, sports entertainment career, you would think you'd see it a lot more frequently, and you don't.
That's kind of what I thought, Dustin. Like, there's no, like, I kind of remind people, if you hear about it or if you see it, chances are it's because somebody wants you to hear about it or wants you to see it.
Yes.
It's unusual for it to be truly out there as a honest to goodness real shoot.
I just don't think that this, and there's a lot of egos in pro wrestling and all that kind of stuff, but I just don't think that there's enough. They don't want to do it for real. That's why they're professional wrestlers.
Right.
Just to be perfectly honest with you. So I've been in the ring a time or two where I told somebody, hey, buddy, might want to chill out there for a minute. And when they don't, the next thing that's coming is a stiff right hand. Yeah. Right? We want to try this again, I remember one time. Shout out to Alan Steele. He's our head trainer and first ever Memphis Heritage champion. But me and him have tag teamed several times and over the years. And there was a guy that was being a little bit, he was being a little too aggressive. So I told him, you might want to calm down just a little bit, kid. And he didn't. So I tagged my partner in. And guess what we did? We beat that ass. Mm-hmm. And then we asked him, are you ready to work with us? And he's like, yes, sir. So sometimes it happens, but spilling over into the locker room and stuff like that, man, there's just not really a whole lot of room for that. And especially in WWE, that's another thing is everybody's kind of, I don't want to say walking on eggshells, but could you imagine somebody starting a fight at FedEx Forum before a basketball game, or after the game or something? Like, that's a big deal. I don't believe the Charlotte thing. I don't believe the Charlotte thing. I just don't. But
no, I don't either. I mean, I do think it's anything that at this point for WWE to get them, some attention and to get them, some buzz is probably good because they have lacked. They've lacked for some buzz in the last little bit. I mean, they're still a dominant force. They're still the big boy and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been a little iffy for them. And there's no question that AEW has been the much more they got momentum. Let's put it that way. So it makes perfect sense for them to try to make a little something happen.
And AEW last night was absolutely spectacular. It was so good. The 8-man tag team match, everything from the entrances where they had their costumes and they were kind of doing little poses and dances and stuff, all the way through to the actual action, and then having the Super Click being the Ghostbusters, but then the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man takes off the mask, and the place goes crazy. I mean, the reveal on that, the in-tight close-up shot was like a horror movie where we're revealing the killer or something, and it's Hangman, and the place goes nuts, and then they go right into the finish. It was so freaking good. And Cody is such a great promo guy that I could listen to him talk all day. And yes, that even is with the lisp. I don't care. Cody is so good on the microphone.
His daddy had a lisp. Daddy's belly was a little big. My honey was a little big, but you know what I mean?
I love when he talks about Dusty. Just throwing in that little thing about Dusty in the promo, or, hey, I'm not pandering. I love you guys. I'm not turning. And the people responded to every word. He's just so good. Like, AEW is absolutely on fire right now, but you know, the WWE is still the WWE. So I'm like a kid in a candy store at this point, just watching all the stuff. I watch it all. Love it.
It is special. It's special. Go ahead, Sam.
Dustin, I was on Facebook the other day, and I get invited to a lot of just wrestling groups, like groups on Facebook, local wrestling groups or whatever. I think guys kind of see me out at shows, and they hear me talking to you, and they just kind of assume I want to be in their wrestling group. So all
right.
I see a post that has a guy that I know I've seen in the Memphis scene, and I've seen on your show, and it's Danny Brown, and he's making the AEW debut. I was like, okay, is this real? Is this Photoshop?
Okay.
Like, that happened?
Yeah. So
no clue.
Danny Brown, DJ. DJ is a spectacular athlete. His dad is Danny Be Good. I don't know how you could.
Danny Be Good, whose wife hit a referee last time I was there.
Oh yeah. So Mama B's got her own security guard at this point, because she will jump in the ring. She will get in the ring and she will fight.
Facts. I can confirm that that's true. Yes.
But the charisma that Danny B has, and I'm not just saying that because he's on our show. I've known this guy 20 years, and he is so charismatic.
He's legit.
Such a good performer and dancer. There was just no doubt that DJ would have opportunities. Some of that had to rub off. So, yeah, DJ Brown, he was at our last TV taping, so no spoilers, but you'll see him on our program again. But he got an opportunity. He got the call. He went to AEW.
That's what's up, man. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Dark program. Yeah. Now those matches, you get paid to do whatever role that they want you to do. So you're not going to see, DJ go out there and have a, 5-star match with this guy that they're trying to put over real strong. But the point is that he was there. He's on the platform. Yeah. He's getting the opportunities. He's from Memphis, and it's definitely going to open doors for the other guys too. So proud of DJ. Big congratulations. I'm glad you brought that up. Big up.
Well, we talked about that. We talked about that connection. That's one of the things that having AEW around does for everybody, for you guys, and for a lot of folks out there. One of the announcements, speaking of other organizations, that Ring of Honor said that they're going to take a hiatus until April. I guess pandemic did a number on them, as it did on a lot of organizations. They fought through it as best they could, but probably need to kind of regroup a little bit. What happens now from Ring of Honor that has produced so many of the stars that are big time stars right now?
Well, Ring of Honor is ultimately paying the price for doing the right thing and following through with their contracts and making sure that everybody that was under contract with Ring of Honor got paid every single penny throughout the pandemic. And arguably the pandemic is still going. So they were able to pay everybody, keep everybody under contracts, fulfill all the commitments from what I understand on the inside. And then at this point, it was just time to look at the business part of it, to where they release the wrestlers from the contracts. They're going to regroup and re-strategize, and hopefully, and this was their own words, saying that they anticipate a return in April with a supercard. Now, what that means to Memphis Wrestling and the United Wrestling Network is there are a lot of really, really talented athletes out there that potentially could come and work in Memphis. So that's awesome. But on the other hand, a lot of these wrestlers just lost their jobs. That ultimate goal is to get that contract and to sign it. It's just like you guys doing radio. You have a job that you go and do every single day, right? Well, now they don't have that opportunity, so they've got to go out and they got to go hunt. They got to go find some work. So we're here for that, but that's what it looks like, is a regroup in April. They're going to try to relaunch. I don't know what the contract situations would look like, but they did the right thing of paying their employees, fulfilling their obligations instead of releasing everybody. And I know that WWE's name will be thrown in that. They went through a big release and a big cut. through the pandemic. You know, Ring of Honor, now granted, they're on two different levels and two different pay scales, I'm sure, but doing the right thing kind of put them in a bad spot financially with the business, and so they're regrouping. Unfortunate, because Ring of Honor is one of the top companies, man. They're in the top, what would you say, top 4 or 5 wrestling companies in the United States?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Easily.
And I mean, and they've got, as we mentioned, they've got a history, and they've certainly shown the ability to develop talent.
And a great alumni.
Guys have really performed.
Bryan Danielson,
absolutely.
Seth Rollins, CM Punk.
So, yeah. So I mean, like that's
man.
that's the thing where you just it sucks, that you find yourself in that position. It sucks that it is that, but I think they can be proud of what they've done, historically, and what they've done to take care of their people. For you now, as you mentioned,
sure.
it's an opportunity to maybe add to your roster or to pick and choose potentially some interesting talents. But as you kind of think about that, Dustin, you guys have got so much. You got a lot of talent as it is, and you got to make sure you take care of your people, right? How do you balance that stuff out? And AEW's kind of dealing with that, where it's like, okay, we could bring in some new guys, but boy, we've also got a lot of really talented guys we're trying to kind of push from within too.
Yeah, I could not imagine having to write the AEW television. And I do understand that we're on two separate levels here, but if you have a loaded, roster full of talented people, and there's only so many, you have 1 hour. AEW having the 2 hours. Of course, WWE's got 3, 4, 5, whatever, how many hours they need, but there's only so many minutes in a TV show, and if you have a really loaded roster, somebody's going to be left out. They have to be. And so the art of telling stories over an extended period of time, but just a minute or 2 or 3 minutes at a time each week, it is an art to it. There is a flow to it, and it does become more difficult when you have people that, well, we don't want to beat this guy because we're going to do this with him. Well, you can't beat that guy either because he's this, or you don't want to beat her because she's going to do this. It's like a tangled spider web that you just have to figure out the best way to tell those stories. So it's a double-edged sword having a loaded roster.
No question about it. And you got to make sure you take care of your people. There's no doubt. Dustin, good stuff. Again, go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com to find out more about the Halloween show. You should find out more about what's coming up next Sunday, and on and on. There's a whole bunch to get to, and I know you're going to be very, very busy. We appreciate it, man. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Hey, just a quick shout-out to my boy Big Swole, Justin Cole. He did body slams for breast cancer this month. We are going to deliver a check to Horseshoe tomorrow at Battle of the Bras. We have a check for $400, and that's only within a couple of weeks of Big Swole body slamming people. So we're delivering the check. If you guys want to come support us, it's at Horseshoe Bluesville tomorrow, Battle of the Bras. And I will talk to you guys next week.
Fantastic. We appreciate it. He is Dustin Starr joining us as he does every Thursday. When we come back, we'll talk a little football, a little hoops, too, as a busy Thursday continues here live from the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Get your gun, Nelly, and saddle up Penelope. It's Western Trading Days at Sunrise Buick GMC. Old-time trading prices on all new Buicks and GMCs, and the Sunrise Used Car Corral has over 150 in stock. Sunrise has rustled up a good-looking herd of cars and trucks under $99.95. Ranch managers have been told to cut prices to the bone. If you're a good person with bad credit, SunriseMemphis.com will help put your brand on one of these fillies. Come on in and save some money during Western Trading Days at Sunrise, Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville. Cars cost less at Sunrise, partner.
Visit Frontier Western Store this summer to check out tons of new products. Frontier added so many new items in their women's boutique. There are daily arrivals with thousands of on-trend tops, jeans, and pants in stock at amazing prices. And guys, Frontier's your #1 Carhartt store. There's no one around with the largest selection of everyday fits and workwear. Wrangler and Ariat clothing also available. Frontier recently remodeled their entire store and expanded the world-famous boot showroom. Now there are even more dress and work boots in stock. After Ariat boots, then you've got to check check out Frontier. There are over 1,000 pair of area boots alone, and thousands more in other brands such as Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, and Twisted X. As if the selection isn't reason enough, there's Frontier's low prices. Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so when you're ready for your next pair, you know right where to come. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Maureen saved big shopping epic daily deals at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. And with her brand new tableware, everyone's welcome at Maureen's table. All of her family, friends, even her neighbor with the pet. Hey, has anyone seen a ferret around here? Found it. Dig into Amazon's epic daily deals. Spend less, smile more.
I got him on the line, Jeff Allen, the king of Happy at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Hey folks, need a new ride that gets 41 MPG? 2021 Kia Forte, $249 a month. 2021 Kia Rio S hatchback, 41 MPG, only $258 a month. Plus a 2022 turbocharged Kia Soul, ready for that road trip at $267 a month.
Plus, you'll always get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program. Remember, Forte $249, Rio $258, Soul $267. And don't sell your trade till you check with us.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All 72 months at 2.9%, $29.99 down payment. Forte, ME 409,215, MSRP 19,335. Rio, ME 427,894, MSRP 19,755. Sold in 7808,276, MSRP 20,615. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/21. Dealer stock only.
Working at Gateway Tire is not just a job, it's a profession. They're looking for career-minded people who want to advance their career in the auto industry. With 5-day work weeks, paid vacation, insurance, 401k plans, and much more, you'll enjoy their hometown approach to customer service. Come by and make Gateway Tire and Service Center the right step for your career.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Brian Christopher, your number one concern needs to be right here with the Macho Warrior. Yeah, Rick Hogan. You say your best friends are on the end of your wrists. Well, let me tell you something, Brian Christopher. My best friend rests right here on my shoulder, and it's that USWA World Heavyweight title.
Oh, man.
So let me tell you something, brother. Corey Macklin, brother. Dave Brown, brother. Brian Christopher, brother.
This is
the
absolutely
Macho Warrior, Rick Hogan,
amazing.
dude. He's going to come run wild.
Dude, brother.
Brother, Monday night. I'm going home with the belt again, dude. Ooh.
He was the champion?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, he had a USWA title. He
Is
was
that a video?
There's no way.
Yeah,
There's no way.
yes.
He must have stolen it. Yeah,
That's during
he
the
must
era
have
when
stolen
Brian
it.
Christopher was a babyface. That's when Christopher was a babyface.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think
He
I
must
knew.
have stolen
yeah.
it. I don't think.
I don't know. It was just gimmicky. I'm pretty sure Brian Christopher won that belt back Monday night.
Yeah.
But yeah, there he is, Macho Warrior Rick Hogan.
Absolutely trash. So the one of the worst, the most rip-off, the ripping offest rip-off that has ever ripped off.
I don't know because the boy who actually does the Black Machismo, that's incredible. Like his, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but that's more of an homage than a pure rip-off.
He does the Ric Flair
this
too.
This is a pure rip-off, without a doubt. Speaking of rip-offs, retired NFL player Brett Favre has repaid $600,000 in Mississippi state welfare money he accepted for speeches where he didn't appear. But he still owes $228,000 in interest. So he's paid back the principal, but not the interest in this. He received $1.1 million. Anthony saying $1.1 million Brett Favre received in welfare money for multiple no-show speeches paid by the Mississippi Community Education Center. And the Mississippi Community Education Center was a non-profit group whose former leader is now awaiting trial. And in fact, if you're one of the people that was involved in this,
Who?
The son
Tony
of the $1
Allen.
million man, Ted DiBiase.
Okay.
That's who I was. That's what I was talking about.
You were setting up. Okay.
Yes, they used this money to pay for Brett DiBiase's stay at a luxury rehab facility in Malibu as he was recovering from a drug situation. So they folks have invested this money poorly, and so there is a link between Brett Favre and the son of the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase.
What's his name?
And Brett DiBiase.
I thought it was Ted Jr. You got another son.
Well, there is a Ted Jr., but this is a different. He has, believe it or not, he's got multiple children. I know.
Them child support payments. You ain't the $1 million man no more. You like the $600,000 man.
He's Virgil. That's all he is now. He's Virgil.
He ain't Virgil. Virgil's. Have you seen the picture of Virgil at the event? He's like at a Comic-Con or something. He's a convention.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sitting at a table by himself, and it says like noted professional wrestler Virgil, and like nobody is around. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Almost as sad was the Grizzlies' performance last night against
Texas. That just got hit right on the nose.
All right, what do the texters say? Let's go to the AutoZone text line to hear what the texters have to say. Get in the zone.
Here's some different things. One texter says Grizzlies defense looks like they on summer vacation. Grizzlies defense sucks. Got
true.
that one. One texter came back and said, relax. It's an 82-game season, guys. I'm very relaxed. We're going to have those nights. Josh still came close to a triple-double. Jaren is soft and just don't have that desire to be great. It is what it is. But he's telling us to relax.
I think, Peter, I'm sorry, Anthony, I think he was
ahead.
giving you the Green Bay Packers, RELAX.
Yeah, I saw that. But, I mean, I'm tripping over last night, but I'm not at the point where I'm saying that Jaren is soft and is always what he's going to be. I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I'm also
I'm frustrated with Jaren, though, for sure.
I'm certainly ringing the alarm bells in a way that I have not ringed them. I done been ringing them. I'm doing that more, now than I've ever done. It's his offense is problematic. I would just say that.
All I can say is that
now,
I'm patient.
His
with
on-off.
Jaren,
Now, I would say the thing is the on-off numbers are good for him, or very good, in fact. So I'm not like gonna, I'm not gonna say he's like a miserable, terrible talent, blah blah blah, whatever. But I am gonna say he has got to figure out how to finish at the rim. Like this is crazy to me. Like at this point, it's just crazy that he's to the point now where he goes to the basket and like he's shooting 27% from inside the arc right now.
Horrible.
27. That's literally the worst in the league, basically. Like as a big man, big men are normally you can usually count on them. Historically, Jaren shot around 55, 56% inside the arc. That's been his norm for his first 3 years of his career. He's shooting 27%. Now, obviously, he's not going to shoot that bad for any longer. Like he's going to improve that, but still, that is it's not a fluke. Like he gets to the basket and there's just no power. Like it's like somebody sapped the energy from his legs. Like there's no spring. He jumps and he just sort of goes and just kind of flops into whoever and throws the ball up there. Like I don't know what's going on. There's just no strength in the legs. Like it's alarming. If there's any kind of contact at all, he's unable to finish.
Yeah, it gets kind of frustrating, the stuff you're seeing with Jaren. Texas says last night was disgusting, and the disgustingness was contagious through the team. Jaren is apparently what he is going to be. I think Ja was content to let everybody else shine last night until it became obvious that nobody was going to. Calvin says, so in order to have that punch off the bench, Bain is my sixth man. Let Melton start with DB. That 0 for 8 would be hard to stomach being a sixth man. I don't understand the logic in it. I'm not worried, but I'm concerned about consistency with Melton as well as Triple J. I've never been the guy who says move good players from your starting lineup to the bench because your bench sucks. Just play your starters more. I mean, like if your guys on the bench suck, they just suck. You're gonna suck regardless if that's your problem. That's me. I mean, I can't speak for nobody else.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's long term. I don't think you can do that. I think you do have to have some kind of balance because you can't play those guys that much. Yeah. You just can't. You can't do it. At some point, guys are going to wear down. Guys are going to break down. It's just it's not going to work. So, that's why to me you've got to find a way to get more out of your bench, whatever that is. They've not found. Brandon Clark looks very pedestrian out there.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Tillman probably has looked better in his brief time out there. Tyus Jones has been a non-factor, basically, is the best I can say for him.
Zaire Williams, bless his heart, just out there running to the 3-point line, like nan another.
just running,
just running around,
just running. And
he just stopped to the 3-point line, like, bro, why don't you just go ahead and run to the goal? Anyway,
let me see if
because he's extremely fast. He's running. Freddie Gillespie says, and I'm supporting him on this, man. I'm a big believer in this type of stuff. Conspiracy. Find someone to braid Ja's hair on the road so he can go for 30+ again. Hey, Allen Iverson's mama braided his hair in the middle of a game on the sideline.
Hey, man, she did.
Braided Ja has been ridiculous. When he let it down, it ain't the same, man. It ain't the same.
Yep.
Feel good. I mean, you look good, play good, man. It's always been my thing. That's why I want to see what DB looks like with these little maniac, little plait pigtails, whatever in his head. I want to see that on little prison braids. I want to see that real bad, and yeah.
Hey, Peter,
I want to see Steven Adams with the braids. I want to see Steven Adams.
I want to see Dylan wear like a full button-up shirt, button up to his throat, like with those braids. Like long sleeve, you know what I'm saying, shirt, denim-looking shirt. Yeah.
Looking like Conan.
Yeah, exactly, from WCW. That's what I want to see about that. With one button and the rest open with the jersey.
He's like, Viva la raza!
Yeah, I want to see
Orale! That's right,
yeah. That's what I want to see.
All right, what were you going to say, Darren?
Hey, guys, quick question, because sooner or later, just listening to you guys over the past few days about this Jaren deal, sooner or later, I believe a move will be made or will need to be made. So my question is, did we find out if Jaren's contract was front-loaded or not?
Is it front-loaded?
Yeah, I think the other day we were talking about if the contract was front-loaded.
But, I mean, what do you mean by something's going to be done? Something's not going to be done with Jaren. He's not going anywhere.
Maybe not now, but if the contract is front-loaded and he doesn't play up to
it's
the
not
contract,
that front-loaded.
It's not.
I mean, it's
okay.
It's not, no, I mean, it's front-loaded a little bit, but it's not like he's making $90 million this year and like $1 million.
So essentially, we could add another star.
26,
we could add another max player even with his contract.
Yeah.
Jaren's contract in the max.
It depends on.
Yeah. I'm saying,
but Ja, you're gonna have to pay Ja and all that. But you'll be fine.
So we could have two max as well as Jaren.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know where you're going to do that just yet. But I think that's a long. You got a long way to go before you start worrying too much about all of that. I would say ultimately though. The bigger issue is they have in the short term they have to figure out what to do with Jaren and what to do for the bench, because the Grizzlies so far this year, when they have all 5 of their starters on the floor, they have the best net rating in basketball even after last night. They are the best in the business. They are plus 32 with all their starters out there. When they take even one starter out, Anthony Sain.
Sorry.
Just one, that plus 32 goes to -4. So they get 36 points per 100 possessions worse when they remove one starter from the game and bring in one player off the bench. Doesn't matter who it is. Once they do that, then that's trouble. When they have 2 starters out of the game, that net rating goes down to -35.6, which is absolutely miserable. It's slightly better when they have 3 starters out of the game, but then it's just all bad when they don't have any of their starters. So it's like if they have their starters, hey, it's cool. When they go to the bench, it is disastrous. So that's got to be the solution. And whether the solution, I don't think the solution is all of a sudden going to be, hey, the bench is just going to get better. Kyle Anderson has not had a good start to the season, and that has really put a lot of pressure on a lot of folks. He needs to play a lot better. Maybe having him as a starter is a possibility. I don't know. It's bad. This is really bad, and they're 2-2, and listen, it's not time to like freak out and say they're gonna lose and be horrible and all that stuff. That's not it at all. But you do have to be mindful, and you do have to kind of look and say, the effort level that you saw and the execution level, especially because them coming off of 2 days off. Plenty of time to get rested, plenty of time to feel good against an opponent that's struggling a little bit. It's a good opportunity to kind of, in a building where those guys have had a lot of success. The Grizzlies had won, first time they lost in Portland since 2019 in the regular season. They've had a lot of success in that building. So, nobody should have been intimidated by those guys. And they've played all of them before and beaten them all of them before. But it was not to be. So that's the frustration, and that's the part where Taylor Jenkins and you got to get the defense right, because their defense has just been lousy across the board.
And it's not just a bring Dylan back thing. Like
no.
I'm tired of that already. We just need. So this is why you need Dylan.
Yeah,
I heard that with JV.
Dylan back, and
this is what we needed JV.
JV is not a defensive threat, but Steven Adams was
awful.
Can't be having that. I mean,
them dudes just kicked it too hard, man. Like they look like they just it ain't getting no easier tonight. Back to back, Warriors undefeated.
No, Warriors with perhaps a little revenge on their mind after last year, and the Grizzlies kept them out of the playoffs in that play-in situation, and maybe there's a little something like that. I don't know if that stuff carries over or not. It depends on the team. But I do know that the Grizzlies they're the third best offense in the league right now, and they are the statistically absolute worst defense in points allowed per 100 possessions. Second worst in effective field goal percentage allowed. Second lowest when it comes to forcing turnovers. Just bad. Just bad all the way around. And they have a lot of work to do on that side of the ball. When we come back, we'll wrap it up. We'll talk a little football as well, get a little preview as well, and take a look at the World Series and a big night tonight in hoops and in football. A lot to watch tonight. We'll talk about that and get you set for a Thursday evening when we come back. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 at 98.5.
Hey, this is former Tiger Gabe Kuhn. Check out my new show, Sports Time, with Brett Norsworthy. Make sure you join Stats and I every single afternoon from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I know I say this every year, but fall is the best time for Central Barbecue.
You do say that every year.
But it's true.
You say that too.
I do not.
You say fall is the perfect time of year for Central Barbecue. Nothing goes better with baseball in the NBA than Central Barbecue. And then you get all defensive when I point it out.
I do not. I don't say those things every year. You don't know everything.
Oh, and you'll also point out the smell of the slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue is the smell of autumn.
Well, it is.
I know it is. And I know you'll try to squeeze in one more mention of Central Barbecue.
Central Barbecue.
See?
You think you're so smart.
Hey, Mid-South. It's time to get your Mitsu on at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike. Want great mileage at a great price? How about 43 MPG in your new 2021 Mitsubishi Mirage, $179 per month. Get more standard equipment than Ford Escape or Mazda CX-5 in your 2022 Eclipse Cross, $279 per month. Need My Pilot Assist? We Gossett in new 2022 Outlander at $319 a month. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So hurry to Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Mirage Eclipse, 84 months at 3.9% APR. Mirage MH010713 MSRP 17055, 3100 down. Eclipse NZ09209 MSRP 26470, 5150 down. Outlander NZ023516 MSRP 29445, 84 months at 4.9, 4500 down. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/21. Dealer stock only.
The bridge is open. Now it's really easy to take the 15-minute drive to Cypress View Golf and Recreation and enjoy the spectacular upgrades made to the clubhouse and golf course. The fairways are looking great, and the greens are better than ever. No traffic traffic, no excuses. If you're tired of paying greens and cart fees, Cypress View has a membership that includes unlimited golf, cart, range balls, and more. A family membership is just $199 per month plus tax. Members also have access to the Olympic-sized pool, fitness center, and tennis courts. The golf shop is stocked with FootJoy apparel, Titleist bags, and equipment. A huge selection of Puka headwear and more. Cypress View Grill has a wide selection of choices from burgers to brats, Phillies to quesadillas, flatbreads to oven-fired pizzas. You're covered from golf to goods to grub. And now Cypress View has a beer license, so grab a cold one in the grill. See why Cypress View Golf and Recreation is one of the fastest growing clubs in the Mid-South. Call 870-739-6305 or visit online cypressviewgolf.com.
Hi, I'm Tito Beveridge, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
The final winner in Southland's free and easy car giveaway will be announced this Sunday. What? That's right. Southland Casino Racing has got just one more vehicle they're giving away. And after that, it's sayonara. If you want to win, you better go earn you some entries. Heck, 9 other people will win $500 in cash money. What? Be at Southland on Sunday to see if you win.
Next drawing, Sunday, October 31st. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy, and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication. Excellence in veterinary care.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
I have no idea what this is.
Man, me either.
You got me on this one.
I finally got y'all.
Who is it?
By the way,
who is it?
This feels real Zackish, to be honest.
Nope, it does. I'm not. This is guy. I'm a little concerned about this one.
This is the scariest man in Japan. This is the Great Kabuki.
Okay.
Remember? He used to spit out the green mist.
Yes. Are you sure this is Zacky's music, though?
Kabuki.
Yeah, we got a joke because Zach used to play stuff all the time that wasn't actually their music. It was like
oh man, that's the Great Kabuki. I almost gave you the Great movie.
The Great Kabuki. The Great Kabuki.
But that comes from me.
That's my faith.
That's good research.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's one of those wrestling dudes.
Covered in green mist.
But just like the macho big guy or whatever name is we just had, I came up with me a name. I am Anthony Radio Stats Edmiston.
Radio Stats Edmiston.
Radio Stats. That's right. Statistics. You can call yourself Statistics, and see if that goes right there. The Great Kabuki, surprisingly enough, was actually Japanese, which normally. In those days, it was just a regular American that they.
But he was scary though when he came out. Peter, he had like a wig on and all that stuff.
Yeah, he was kind of scary. Yeah, he had the big kabuki mask on and all that stuff. Yeah, he was the first guy to blow mist. You know, you got to watch out for that. That was scary. That mist always freaked me out. When they had different color mist, that would the red mist was particularly tough. Green mist was kind of your basic mist, but sometimes the red, and every now and then
the red
blue or something
business.
crazy. But that red was like poison. It's like severe poison. Like you were going to probably die at that point if that was the way that it was going to be. All right, I'll tell you what else is very severe and very important, and you need to make sure that you take care of it. It's FanDuel Sportsbook because the folks at FanDuel, man, they got you covered, and you win some,
and then you
lose some. That's the way it's going to be. But they do their best to take great care of you throughout the NFL season, throughout the NBA season, throughout college football season, and all of that. And guess what? The NFL season is approaching the halfway point. And you know that the FanDuel Sportsbook's got something a little different to offer for the Sunday night matchup between Dallas and Minnesota. FanDuel's giving new customers 25-1 odds on any touchdown scored in the game. That's right, any touchdown. You can end the NFL Sunday right on Halloween by winning $125 on a $5 bet. So, if you think, listen, you think anyone's going to score a TD in that? Of course they are. And, who it's probably going to be somebody from the Cowboys, to be honest with you. It's just, I hate to say it, but it probably is. So I'd probably just lean in there and find you a Cowboy and pick one of those guys, and then you're going to feel pretty good about that. And I guess if you have to watch the Cowboys, you might as well win some money doing it, because otherwise I don't know why you don't want to watch the Cowboys. But that's why they do great stuff on FanDuel. It's why I love betting the NFL and all the other sports on FanDuel. It's easy to use, safe and secure. They can now accept Venmo for their payments and payouts. And payouts can be in as little as 2 hours when you win. FanDuel Sportsbook, it's sports betting made simple. And they're always hooking you up with those great offers. Sign up with promo code BIGHEAD this week before the Sunday night matchup. That's right, promo code BIGHEAD. You could win $125 on a $5 bet. Remember to use promo code BIGHEAD so they know I sent you exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $125. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. So we mentioned a big night tonight. So you've got obviously the Grizzlies in action tonight. You've got Coastal Carolina Troy. If you want to watch that matchup, jumping in, that is on ESPN2 tonight. You can watch that matchup over in the NFL. You can watch Packers Cardinals tonight. And a very interesting matchup there between two teams that are 13-1 between them. The return of Cliff Kingsbury. Bad news for the Cardinals, losing J.J. Watt, likely out for the season. Biggest game of the year for the Cardinals, a big prove-it game, and going to lose J.J. Watt for the rest of the season. Now, tough right there. One of the best defenses out there, best third down defense in the league, fewest points allowed, all those sorts of things, but a really good pass rusher, leader, and all that sort of thing. But another injury for him. He has struggled with injuries over the last few seasons. 2 back surgeries in 2016, torn pec in 2019, fractured tibia in 2017. He will have missed 42 games in the last 6 seasons. Not a good situation at all. They've been good even with him not being 100%. So I'm not gonna rule anything out. But Anthony's saying that does it's a little boost for the Packers and a little dip for the Cardinals on the eve of a very important game tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Before we go, I want to send you guys off with something because y'all playing with my Astros. I told y'all what was gonna happen yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Send us off the right way if you don't mind, if you can. There, can you do that on top of this? Give him a little something.
Yeah, look at your rolling. Look at my rolling. That's a smart face.
I won't want the intro on there, but that's cool though. We'll ride with it. Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all know what it is, man.
Okay.
Stop playing.
All right. We're going to stop playing. And we're going to listen. Start listening to Brett and Gabe. They're coming up next. Sports Time coming your way here in the Family Leisure Studios. Everybody enjoy this kind of sort of rainy, overcast kind of Thursday. We'll be back with you for Friday. Y'all have a good one.
I'm Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's Bensdorf Realtors, and I have to really congratulate you, Mallory, who is also with Mark's Bensdorf Realtors, for using his hunting skills when it comes to finding homes for his clients.
Thanks, Sheldon. Yes, I get them into their hunting gear by getting them pre-qualified with a local lender. Then we stalk the prey. We go on the hunt into the multiple listing service as well as other internet sites that other hunters other agents don't use. And once we find what we're hunting, we make the offer to beat other agents out there in the field.
Hugh, that's all well and good. But what do you do once you get the house?
Well, we can't very well mount it on the wall, but our clients will be living in their dream home while everyone else is still hunting.
Remember, while Hugh Mallory moves Memphis at 497-9756, when you want